All right, guys, I made what I think is a powerful, comprehensive spreadsheet to come up with preventative maintenance agreement numbers to give to a customer quickly, especially when some of these customers have multiple locations and all kinds of equipment and all kinds of different equipment. This will make it easy for something that would take me like 8 hours to do normally on a preventative maintenance agreement to put together for a customer that has 50 to 100 pieces of equipment, take me all day. I can get this done and get a number I'm comfortable with in a customer's hands in about 15 minutes. All right, so this is an incredible time saver. And it's customizable. We can change it to however you guys do business. And I think it's great. I spent a lot of time on it. I got all the kinks out of it, I think. We're going to go through it and do some examples, or at least one example. I need to know what you guys think. I'll make it available to you guys if you guys think you'll pay for it. I know I'm going to use it. It's going to save me a ton of time. I put it together so a monkey could do it. And that's the goal. A lot of us are busy doing other things. We've got big problems to take care of. We can't spend all our time putting numbers on preventative maintenance agreements, but we want these numbers to be right. We don't want to lose money, and we want them to be competitive. We don't want to lose accounts because our numbers are too high, because we're trying to protect ourselves because we didn't have time to put the effort into a well thought out preventative maintenance agreement. So this spreadsheet is going to help us get it done quickly. So what I have here, I have a list of equipment. This has a lot of equipment. It's obviously not all of it. I could probably go on for days listing types of equipment, but it's got a lot of your equipment that a regular HVAC contractor would do. And I'm going to make a refrigeration one that's going to include warehouse refrigeration and reach-ins, walk-ins, freezers, coolers, whatever the case is, blast chillers. I'm going to make another one for that. But this is more for AC use, kind of you find in your office buildings, large retail, maybe even a little institutional with the air handlers here and the boilers, chillers that I have. So what we do, we have a customer, hey, I need a preventative maintenance agreement. This is the equipment I have. I have a server room with one indoor unit. It also has one outdoor unit. Okay, so I brought up let me close this out. It's annoying. All right. Then I also have a couple of I have about 10 exhaust fans up on the roof, all right? I have 4 electric heaters at my entrances. I have a makeup air unit with mod gas for our kitchen. We got one of those. We have 2 5-ton rooftops for the office areas. We have 10 25-ton rooftops for our showroom or shopping area or whatever. And then we got a boiler maybe for potable water. And that boiler has a couple of pumps, primary and secondary pumps, plus redundancy. So they got 4 of those. I forgot to mention here, our 25-ton rooftops have additional circuits. Each rooftop has an additional circuit. It takes more time. They each have another compressor, another coil, more condenser fans usually. So we're going to add in 10 additional circuits for that. And then in the warehouse, I have 5 down there, hanging unit heaters. And we want you guys to take care of all that stuff. If you could get me a number on that, that'd be great. And that's what they'll tell you. All right, fantastic, Mr. Jones. Well, here we go. We got all this equipment here. Now, I have a list here that I made for the maintenance requirements of all this equipment. I'll go all the way to the top here. We like to get our maintenance done in 4 times a year. I know a lot of companies are like that. So 4 times a year. And this is the stuff that we do on those 4 visits. Obviously, for a ductless split indoor AC, we're not doing a whole lot in the fall and the winter. So we'll do some interim summer maintenance. We'll do some spring maintenance maybe. We'll do those 2 things. And then what else did we have on there? We had some rooftop units. Where are they at? Down here a little further. We had some electric heaters. Electric heaters, there's not a whole lot in the spring and fall. We checked the check the electrical connections, check the panels and stuff, and maybe blow them out. And probably should add that. It's not in there. Blow the coils off. And then, you know, again with makeup air units and stuff like that, the rooftop stuff that we do is all there, including the filter changes and whatnot. So it's all the maintenance that we do. And there's the pumps. So, and then the hanging unit heaters right there. Don't do a whole lot in the spring and summer with those, but come the fall and the winter we do some stuff. So, boom, that transfers over to here. This is our labor. Now, if we're going to do the filters, we're going to use this page here. When we do filters, it takes sometimes quite a bit longer than if we're not doing the filters. And we have a no filter page right here. But this is the page with the filters. Again, the equipment list is right here. If you notice, like if I click on this ductless split indoor unit AC, this is brought automatically from our A2, our equipment list A2 box. If I go up here, A2, this is our A2 box right here. Right there, A2, that's where it gets its information from. So we can go ahead and change this list to whatever we want, and it's automatically going to be changed to these. If you notice, this is brought over from the equipment list as well. The labor and filters, same thing, brought over from the equipment list. And then notice our quantity right here of 1 and 1 for the indoor and outdoor unit on the ductless split. Now I allowed, 25 minutes for the indoor unit and 30 minutes for the outdoor unit. So about 55 minutes. And that can be customizable, whatever you guys want to do. If you have customizable preventative maintenance agreements, just go in here and change the numbers to whatever you want, whatever you think it should be. That's what we're going to go with right now. So here's our spring total, our fall total, our spring total for both of those units carries over to there. We add some extra minutes for the filters. And then we have our summer total. Our coil cleanings we do separately. We have a truck that goes around and just does coil cleanings, so about 20 minutes on that. And again for fall and everything. Now all those numbers are going to be automatically entered in, and they're going to come down to the bottom here. And it's going to give us our total in minutes for the spring, summer, the coil cleaning, and the fall and the winter checks or visits. And then so you notice spring totals at 1,115. And if we go over here, it's 930. That's because we don't have all those filters to change out on the rooftop units if we're, and that's going to save us time. So these values here are going to be a little less, and that's important coming up. Now our material page. The material page I've done, you can do this two different ways. One is you can just enter preventative maintenance material. We've got coil cleaner, belts, and filters, all right? Now our coil cleaner, we're paying $22 a gallon for coil cleaner. That is, I've got numbers in here. These can be changed, but this is approximately how much coil cleaner we use for the type of equipment that we have over here. So when we enter we got a rooftop 5-ton right there. When we enter that, it carries over to, we're going to use about a half gallon of coil cleaner on the season for those 2 5-tons. Cost is $11, half of $22 plus the markup. Customer's going to pay $16.50 for that half gallon. It's going to carry down here. Here's our price right there. Here's our cost, I should say, and here's the price we're going to charge. $432 for all the coil cleaner. Remember, we got some 25-tonners and whatnot up there, 10 of them. And then also the belts right here, $590 for belts, and then the filters, $297. All right, so these are generic. These are just generic numbers that applies to everything. The coil cleaner, the belts, I got it $12 a piece at our cost. Filters are like $6 a piece at our cost, and those numbers fall down in this column here. Now, if you're paying more for belts or you're paying less for belts and you still want to do it quickly, all you got to do, so let's say we're paying $10 for a belt, we can save the customer some money. Now, this is our belt column, all the 12s right there. For the 12 that was in there, we're changing to 10. Boom, they all change to 10, 10. Comes out there, lower amount. Same thing. Let's say our filters are $10 on average. Higher quality filter. We'll go there. See, we're at $297. We increase it $4. It's going to go up almost 40%. So we'll enter that to $495. That. All right. So now, if you've got some specialty belts or some specialty filters, or you're using some different kind of food safe coil cleaner that's costing you more money, you just get in here and change it for that equipment that you have to use it on. Or you can do it across the whole board. Either way, it'll still work out. So let's say we got a belt. I can scroll back over here. Where's our, what kind of rooftops? We got 25-ton rooftops there. So let's go to our belts for our 25-ton rooftops. Our belt cost, I had it 10, but these ones are actually $35 a piece. So we're going to change that to 35. 35. Is that the right one? No, it's not. My bad. Put that back at 10. This one right here. So we got 20 of these belts. They're not $10. They're $35 a piece. They're expensive belts. Boom. Changed it right here. Changed it right here. Our belt cost went up. So that's all you got to do. Now, our total sheet. It's where it all comes together. We got two different types of PMs we can do, where we include the filters and we don't include the filters. The labor really changes when we don't have to do these filters and when we do. So here's our spring minutes, our summer minutes, our fall minutes, our winter minutes. This is how much time it's going to take us to do the coil cleaning. Here's our annual totals in minutes, and divide those by 60 and gives us our hours right here. Our hourly rate, that's not my hourly rate, I just put it in here to show you for this example. This is Big Al's discount HVAC service. And then we have our annual price here, if we do the filters, if we don't do the filters, and our coil cleaning price. Our coil cleaner, this is what we're going to charge our customer, $432 for the coil cleaner. We're going to charge them $1,300 for the belts. And then for our filters, right here, it's going to be almost $500 a deal. And all those numbers get computed to right here. But let's say we only do filters twice a year. We're going to do them in the spring and fall. We just take them out. Take that one out and take out the winter one. Boom. And we've changed all these numbers here. So we got 4 different ways we can do that, and we can make different ways, include all different kinds of combinations, but we started with these 4. Labor with filters, belts, and coil cleaning. All-inclusive comprehensive maintenance package, doing filters twice a year, is going to run this customer about $5,800. Labor without filters, it's considerably less. We don't have to buy the filters, and we don't have the time going into the filters. It's going to cost us about, it's going to cost to them, our price is going to be about $3,000. Now, if we do the labor without the filters and without the cleaning, but still with the belts, how come this number didn't change? What do we got? We got J3 plus B8. J3 plus B8. B8. Do I have B8 in here? I don't have B8 in here. Look, this is still including belts. I gotta add, let's do this, make this change right now. B8. Boom. Okay, there we go. That makes more sense. So with the filters, belts, and coil cleaning, without the filters, with the coil cleanings and belts, is $4,300. Without the filters, without the coil cleanings, maybe they got maintenance guys that do it, then we are going to shoot them a price for about $3,500. We'll still pick up the tab on the belts. If we're not going to do any of that, we're just going to go out there and do the inspections and go through it and make sure these things are okay. And they're going to have maintenance guys or whatever that case may be. They don't want the filters, they don't want the coil cleaning, they don't want the belts, and we're at about $2,280. So boom, we just did that in about 13 minutes. This normally would have taken me almost all day to go through and figure it out. Now this is a number I could be relatively comfortable with. If I wanted to get finicky, if it's a customer I really wanted to, I can go make sure I've got some accurate pricing on belts for the equipment and quantities and things like that. I approximated, remember this is an estimate, so I estimated the amount of filters for all the equipment. If we go back to here, labor and filters, excuse me, if we go to material, for instance, my rooftop unit, 26 to 50 tons, I'm guesstimating I'm going to use about 2 gallons of coil cleaner. I can change that if I don't think I'm going to use it, or use less of it, or more of it for that matter. The belts, I've got about 2 belts on these things. I can change that. I can bump that up to 3, 4, 5, whatever. Maybe it's got a return fan or exhaust fan. I can make sure I can get that in there. And then the filters as well. I've got filter quantity. Well, on this one right here, I've got 20 of them. So I don't have these entered in here for, oh yeah, I do. They just haven't been added up yet. So like for instance, I got 2 filters on a 5 to 25 ton. This actually should probably be a little more than that. But anyway, so let's say it's got a 5 to 25 ton. It's got like 8 filters. 8, enter, boom, changes everything. So there we go. This is a comprehensive checkout sheet. Let me know what you guys think. If it's something that you guys think you could use, I'll try to make it available to you. Figure out how I can get compensated for it, of course. But if you don't know Excel, it'd probably take you. I've been doing it. I'm not perfect. I'm not an expert, but I've been doing it a long time. And it still took me a couple days to put this together to get all the bugs out of it. And obviously, we just went through it and for the little example, and I found a couple more bugs. So I'm gonna have to use it for a couple months before I make it available. When that happens, though, you know, I'll figure out how to make that happen. But if you've never done Excel, it's gonna take you a while to learn how to use it and make something as extensive as this and easy to use. If you do know Excel, even if you're really good at it, it's still going to take you a couple days to put it together. So if I can make this available to you guys for a price that makes sense for everybody, let me know if you guys think if it's something you guys want. If you got any questions, put them in the comments. Hope you guys enjoy it, man. Thanks. We'll see you.